Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of May 27th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the tarot, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. I also live stream on TikTok on Friday mornings at 8 a.m. It's a good time. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Light Seers Tarot with Aquamarine, the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with Amethyst, and the Tarot de Marseille with Mahogany Obsidian. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week, as well as test the pyramid placement. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, don't panic. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. How is this shot for you? Oh, nice. See you right now. Group 1, forgive me for unpausing a little before I was ready, but as soon as this metaphor came into mind, I just had to unpause now. The best way to sum up this energy here is like Lando from Star Wars swooping in at the last minute to save Han Solo from whatever enemy ship is on his tail or whatever. That's really such a great vision for the overall vibe of all this, that if I was certain that everyone watching this video was familiar with Star Wars lore, I'd honestly feel comfortable dropping the mic right there. I'm not kidding. But for the sake of the normies, let's dig into this a little. So the 7 of Wands is a fascinating card to have in the middle of all this. The having the high ground. I'm thinking of the classical 7 of Wands where the footwear that the guy on the cliff is wearing, they're mismatched. He's wearing a boot and a shoe, and that is a vibe of suddenly having to defend the position that you have. And the way that it mixes into all the cards surrounding it is like an unlock. It's like the key that's implied in the background here, because the moral of the 5 of coins is that the 2 beggars that are walking by the church in the classic card is they could just go into the church anytime. So there's that aura of helping one another in that card, which is what I really like about that original illustration, the Coleman Smith one, because it's the 2 beggars are there for each other, and also the church could be there for both of them, and that kind of allure of hope, which is all condensed into this key and this keyhole in this version of the card, which is why, although I really don't like talking about the RWS illustrations when I read other decks, this is actually a nod to how well that spirit is reflected in this card. But moving on to the whole reading here, coming back to the Han Solo metaphor, like you're not going to blow up the Death Star right away, but it is it's looking like it's an unlock that would allow for the key intel that you needed in order to get the right ships in the right places to blow up the Death Star, by basically the big goal that you're trying to manifest. So yeah, the Empress reversed I'm reading as a delay in the creation process. But yeah, and obviously Lando and Han Solo, come on, old friend from the past. That's kind of how all of that unpacks. So to sum this up, if, let's say, a literal old friend from the past doesn't swoop in for you to save you from, whatever enemies are trying to blow you up or whatever, I would say to look to the things that have served you in the past, which might contain the solution to the problems that you face this week, and try to map the Han Solo and Lando situation and make it as abstract as you can, and try to map it on. I'm basically asking you to tell you what I just failed to do by describing what I was trying to do. That is such an interesting moment. Anyway, I guess it's time to wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Nice. Great. Okay, yeah, exactly. I didn't even feel the need to say don't panic. Like, the Seven of Cups is a borderline scary card. For those of you who watch my reversals video, I included the Seven of Cups in scare cards as like a borderline case. But anyway, yeah, I was so confident in my pyramid placement, but enough about me. I'll see you right now, group 2. Group 2, I really like this vibe. The overall message here is, this is an energy of finally accepting the thing that you've been kind of reluctant to deal with, because it kind of falls into your lap in a way that is so perfect and just opens the door so perfectly that even you must acknowledge this. And it's so perfect that there's kind of no hard feelings between either way. And the best way to describe this, just to explain a little what I mean, because again we have the Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands, Two of Swords reverse combo here. This vibe of making a decision, finally picking a cup, that kind of thing. But the reason why I'm reading this overall vibe this way is because it's kind of like the reason why you've been so hesitant to pick a cup is a cup that you didn't want, and you were kind of refusing to pick that cup even though it was the right cup, and you've kind of been refusing to acknowledge it. But then the perfect thing happens to make you say, oh yeah, it's been Ghost Cup all along. Duh. And you kind of knew that it was obvious from the start, and it lets you give the unlock to like really, manifest what you want to manifest and tap into that confident, bold energy, But yeah, actually, I illustrated it so well. Actually, I will anyway, because the thing that made, like, my longtime viewers have probably realized this anyway, I'm not drawn to love readings, right? Honestly, I think most of them are tacky, the ones I see on social media anyway. And when I read tarot, for me to read a love reading into a question that wasn't about love, or like a general reading or something, it would need to be really obvious. Like, honestly, the Lover's card, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace or Deuce of Cups would all have to be there, all three of them. And even then, I would probably find a way to interpret it in a non-love reading way. Like, I've done this specific thing that I just described in weekly readings, and my justification / cope is that, these are collective readings, so not everyone, has love shit going on. But yeah, and it's not that I mind love readings. I'll gladly do them. I've done them. They're great. The tarot is great for that. It's an important topic. So yeah, when the love reading is thrust into my face in a way that is so obvious that even I have to admit, yes, the cards want to talk about love. Let's talk about love, sure. Then that's what lets you tap into what the message is, So it's a kind of meta illustration of this process, and I that's kind of the vibe that I see for you this week. So yeah, no hard feelings either way, Sometimes Ghost Cup really is the perfect cup, and sometimes you just needed the right circumstances to happen to realize it. that's a good note to end on. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video or your reading, please give this video a like. I will see you in the Oracle card portion. Ta-ta! Editor Sid is freaking out. Oh, jeez. All right, group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. Nice. Very interesting mix. Okay, well, there's a character on every card except for the Ace of Cups, so I sense interpersonal dynamics at play. We shall see. Yeah, even the bottom of the deck has a person on it. Yeah, this is a great shot. All right, I will see you right now, group 3. All right, group 3, I'm going to need a clarification card, and if it's another character, my Marseille deck is also a troll, and it is, haha, we have the Fool. All right, I'll see you right now. All right, group 3, this is going to be interesting. So, first of all, the Fool was way more helpful than I expected it to be. So my Marseille deck is a very sophisticated troll, so very well played. Next, there are basically two main ways, or at least there's an alternate way to interpret these cards. So if what I'm about to say doesn't make much sense to you, just bear with me. The other part, I have zero risk of forgetting about, like I sometimes do. So there's the on-the-nose way to look at these cards is a remediation process between multiple parties that are each coming at this problem from a different perspective. You know, with different levels of experience, different levels of, you know, different approaches. You know, we have a major arcana card, we have a cup, we have a coin, and it's related to some kind of opportunity or some kind of how should we move forward about this. And with the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, it's a vibe of this decision-making process, this remediation process, slogging along very slowly. And that is what is difficult for me to give advice for, because you're either in the justice seat's chair or you're not. And if you're either one of these three people, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Page of Cups, I would tell you that you know, this might be your birthright or whatever, but it's not really in your hands. Actually, yeah. Oh wow, thank you, Page of Cups. So what I'll do is, for those of you who aren't, yeah, I'll give advice for every character. Very good. So I just covered the Page of Cups. Queen of Coins. You might have more experience, but sometimes you can't fight head office, and sometimes the newbie gets it, you know, because no matter how much experience you got, it kind of is their birthright. And I won't repeat that last part for the star card, but no matter what ends up for you, and we'll get to this Fool, which is the 0-part alternate thing. Thank you very much for bearing with me, Fool people. You were the ones that I understood first. I can't wait to get to you. But coming back to you, if it doesn't go your way, I would respect the game that was played, because we already covered if it goes Page of Cups' way. If it goes Queen of Coins' way, respect the diligence and patience that it took to prepare, even though you outrank her, you know? Oh, we all have the entire deck inside of us. Any card can be any gender. I sometimes forget to say that. Now, Fool person. This was such a fascinating thing to snap into place, because once I paused the video, I realized that maybe part of what was confusing me was that you weren't in the reading. And if you're the Fool, what I would say is be on the lookout for opportunities that are open to you while all these other people are bickering over this shit. You know, while other people are waiting for justice's decision, you might have something that can open you to direct access to this Eight of Cups while everyone was looking in the other direction, literally. Yeah, that's a thing I forgot to mention before you, Fool. That literally every card is looking in the same direction except for these two, obviously. You're the only one looking the other way directly at the Ace of Cups, which aforementioned what if you weren't in the reading before thing comes into play. So yeah, I hope that was helpful to each and every one of you. And yeah, if you liked it, please give this video a like. And if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you know what to do. The timestamps are below. All right, let's see what we have. This should be, yeah, pretty decent. All right, Group A, your card is Fertility. Oh, okay. Let's read the text underneath. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and greater expression of ourselves. I was reading that with a magnifying glass. That's why I was stopping at the line breaks like that. So let me read that again. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. That fits into every reading in ways that is so difficult for me to unpack that I'm just going to move on. I did read it twice. It should be clear to everyone, honestly. Group B, your card is Hecate. Hecate? I really should get how to pronounce that. All right, this is very interesting given how the goddess cards in this deck work. This Capricorn energy is it's vibes of rebirth, like when you're in the abyss about to re-emerge with the lesson slash treasure or whatever. That's kind of the phase of the journey that is being alluded to for the people who chose this card. And again, just like the other group, it fits in so weirdly with all the other readings. And I'm basically going to move on. Group C, your card is Mending. Very interesting vibes this week. Holy shit. Give me a second to look at this card. All right, Group B, the main ways to interpret this card, obviously we have, two, baby fairies, mending or working on their yarn thing. And the mending aspect is an invitation to focus on fixing what needs to be fixed, attending what needs to be attended to, healing what needs to be needs to heal, including potentially relationships between two people. There have been, between people, there were strong interpersonal vibes between this whole thing. And the funny thing is, given the mending energy of this card, for one of the groups, this might add a particular, potentially add a particular element to the relationship that I talked about between you and the other party. Or if that doesn't make sense, you can apply that to the problem or the situation itself, and these two working on a problem together. And actually, that part is good for all of Group C. Group D, your Egyptian god is Happy with an energy of renewal. You can't make this up. As far as the Oracle cards are concerned, the theme has been eerie, frankly. But coming back to you, proper Group D, the invitation is one of beginning the new cycle. What is renewal? It is when you are new again, obviously, but it's after a death, like the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, like freshly, basically. I think that I used all the right words in the right enough order that what this energy makes sense combined with your tarot reading. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please give this video a like. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you soon.